Hey there, Money Mind Motion fam. It's November 30th, 2025, and if you're feeling that end-of-year crunch, you're not alone. Tax season is just around the corner for the 2025 tax year, with filings kicking off in early 2026. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the absolute beginner's guide to U.S. taxes, zeroing in on the big three. Your W-2 if you're clocking in at a 9 to 5, the $1,099 if you're hustling as a freelancer, and those sweet tax refunds that can feel like a holiday bonus. Whether you're a first-time filer or just need a refresher, this video's got you covered with real, up-to-date 2025 to 2026 info straight from the IRS. Stick around, because by the end, you'll be filing like a pro and maybe even spotting ways to keep more of your hard-earned cash. Let's jump in. First things first, a quick crash course on how U.S. federal income taxes work in 2025. The IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, is the big boss here, collecting taxes to fund everything from roads to Social Security. For most folks, your taxable income is what you earn minus deductions, and it's taxed in brackets, meaning not all your money gets hit at the highest rate. Picture this. The 7 federal rates for 2025 stay the same as recent years: 10%, 12%, 22%, 24%, 32%, 35%, and 37%. But the income thresholds got a little bump for inflation. For single filers, that 10% bracket covers the first $11,925 of taxable income. 12% kicks in from $11,926 up to $48,475. 22% from $48,476 to $103,350, 24% to $197,300, 32% to $250,525, 35% to $626,350, and 37% above that. Married filing jointly? Double those numbers roughly. Your 10% goes up to $23,850 and so on, up to $751,600 for the top bracket. Heads of household get a middle ground, starting at $17,000 for 10%. These brackets are progressive, so if you're a single earner making $60,000, only the portion above $48,476 gets taxed at 22%. The rest is lower. Now, deductions. The standard one for 2025 is a game changer. Singles and married filings separately get $15,750 off the top. Joint filers snag $31,500. Heads of household, $23,625. Over 65, add an extra $2,000 if single, $1,600 per spouse if joint. Itemizing, think mortgage interest or medical bills, might beat that if your totals top the standard. But for most beginners, standard is simpler. State taxes, they vary. California's got its own brackets up to 13.3%, while Texas has none. But we're focusing federal today. Key deadline: file your 2025 return by April 15th, 2026, or request an extension to October 15th. But pay any owed taxes by April to dodge penalties. E-filing through IRS Free File if you earn under $79,000, totally free and fast. Got it? Good. Now let's break down your income reports, starting with the W-2. All right, employees of America. This one's for you. the Form W-2, or wage and tax statement. If you're on a company's payroll, think salaried worker, hourly gig at a store, or even seasonal retail. Your employer sends you this pink-slipped beauty by January 31st, 2026 for your 2025 earnings. It's basically your paycheck's annual report card, summarizing everything from your total wages to what Uncle Sam already skimmed off the top in taxes. Why mandatory? Because it tells the IRS exactly what you owe or get back, preventing any whoops we forgot moments. Let's decode the boxes, like we're cracking a safe. Box 1. Wages, tips, and other compensation. That's your taxable income before deductions, like your salary minus pre-tax stuff such as 401k contributions. For example, if you made $55,000 but socked away $5,000 in retirement, Box 1 shows $50,000. Box 2. Federal income tax withheld. Yep, that's the 10 to 37% chunks your employer held back each payday based on your W-4 form. Boxes 3 and 5, Social Security and Medicare wages capped at $176,100 for SS in 2025, your FICA taxes fund retirement and health care at 6.2% and 1.45% respectively, matched by your boss. Box 4 and 6, those withholdings totaled up. Box 12, codes for benefits, like D for 401k or DD for health insurance premiums over $10,200 for self-only plans. Watch for affordability credits if yours was pricey. Box 17, state wages and tax withheld. Crucial if you're in a taxing state like New York. And don't miss Box 19 for local taxes if your city dips in, like Philly's 3.8% wage tax. Pro tip: if your W-2s are missing by February 1st, nag HR or download it from your payroll portal. Delays can mess with your April filing. Multiple jobs? Each employer sends a separate W-2. Tally them on your 1040. In 2025, with remote work booming, check Box 15 for state info. Crossing borders means potential credits to avoid double dipping. Bottom line, the W-2 keeps things tidy for traditional employees, automating most of the heavy lifting so you can focus on that direct deposit thrill. Shifting gears to the gig economy warriors, freelancers, consultants, Uber drivers, and Etsy sellers, this is 1099 territory. Unlike the W-2's employer safety net, Form 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation, is your ticket when a client pays you $600 or more in 2025 without treating you as staff. No withholding, just you and the IRS as direct dance partners. Expect it by January 31st, 2026, from each payer, or grab it via their invoicing software. There are variants: 1099-MISC for rents or prizes, 1099-K for payment apps like Venmo if you hit $20,000 in 200 transactions, down from last year's thresholds, so track those side hustles. Box 1 on the NEC. Your gross pay, no deductions subtracted, that's raw income. So if a client wires $10,000 for graphic design, that's what shows, even if you spent $2,000 on software. Box 4. Federal tax withheld. Usually 0 unless you requested it via Form W-9. Boxes 5 to 7. State and local, if applicable. No Box 12 codes here. Keep your own records for deductions like home office mileage at 67 cents per mile in 2025. Big shift for 2025. The IRS cracked down on underreporting with new matching tech. So if your Schedule C business income doesn't align, audits loom. File accurately to sleep easy. Self-employment tax? Ouch. 15.3% on net earnings for SS and Medicare, half deductible, but quarterly estimated payments by April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th, 2026 keep penalties at bay. Use Form 1040ES to calculate. Tools like QuickBooks make it painless. Hybrid worker? 2 from your day job plus 1,099s from gigs. Combine on one return, but watch for SE tax on the freelance side only. In this 2025 economy, with inflation at 2.5% and gig work up 15% per BLS stats, nailing your 1099s means maximizing the 20% QBI deduction for pass-through income under $191,950 single. Claim it if eligible. Remember, no form for under $600 payments, but report them anyway. Honesty pays literally. With your W-2 or 1,099 in hand, it's filing time for that 2025 return in 2026. Head to irs.gov or free tools like TurboTax's basic version, e-file for speed and security. Form 1040 is your main player. Plug in income from boxes 1 on all forms. Subtract standard deduction, apply credits like EITC up to $7,830 for low earners with kids, and boom, tax owed or refund due. Over withheld? That's refund gold. The process. Submit by April 15th, 2026. IRS accepts from January 27th if no changes. Direct deposit? Fastest. Hit your bank in 21 days for error-free e-files per IRS data showing 90% process that quick. Paper check? Add 2 weeks and starting 2026, IRS phases out paper refunds for individuals, pushing digital. Update your routing info now. Track via Where's My Refund? App. Enter SSN, filing status, and amount. Average refund last year? $2,869, but for 2025 filers, expect similar with brackets adjusted. Early birds in February could see $3,000 plus if you maxed withholdings. Owe taxes? Pay via EFTPS or card, but extensions don't extend payment deadlines. Interest at 8% kicks in late. Common pitfalls: forgetting a 1099K from DoorDash. Amended returns via 1040-X, fix it, but file original first. W-2 errors? Your employer corrects with the IRS. You get a new copy. Pro hack: adjust W-4 mid-year via IRS withholding estimator to avoid huge refunds. It's your money, why loan it interest-free? For 2026 filings, watch for potential TCJA sunset tweaks, but rates hold steady now. Wrapping this up, money mind motion style. Taxes aren't the villain. They're your ticket to financial smarts. You've got the W-2 blueprint for steady paychecks, 1,999 freedom with fiscal responsibility, and refunds as that well-deserved pat on the back. For 2025 to 2026, lean on the $15,750 standard deduction, those inflation-boosted brackets, and April 15th deadlines to stay ahead. Action step. Gather docs now, run a mock return on Credit Karma's free tool, and consult a CPA if self-employed complexities arise. First consults often free via VITA programs. What's your tax win this year? Drop it in the comments, smash like if this cleared the fog, and subscribe for more money moves that stick. Thanks for tuning in. Here's to refunds raining and audits raining off. See you next time on Money Mind Motion.